going on insulin, what does that entail? Hey friends, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry that I am filming in the same attire as I did last time, but it's filming day. I'm trying to get a couple of videos up for you guys, and I'm pregnant. I do not want to be trying things on and off, so excuse the non-makeup face. But today I'm going to be sharing my diabetes essentials video with you guys, and this is very like just down to earth survival, taking care of myself and baby video. So all the makeup is not necessary for that. Before I move into the video, I want to say thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new, definitely hit the subscribe button, as well as like today's video and leave a comment down below. And also, feel free to throw in your video suggestions, and I will definitely look into doing them. So anyways, jumping into the video, as you guys know, I got diagnosed with gestational diabetes at, I think it was like week 11. I actually went for me, because I've had it every single pregnancy. As soon as I went for my 9 week, I think it was supposed to be my 8 week blood work, they sent me for that. At first I was only on night insulin. My readings in the morning were a little bit high, but throughout the day I was fine. My readings were all great up until I think around 15 weeks, or no, maybe 13 or 14 weeks is when they said, okay, now I think you need to go on evening insulin. So going on insulin, what does that entail? Start off with the first. The first insulin I went on was this one. It is called Levemir. I hope y'all can see it because it's looking rather washed out. It is called Levemir, and this is a slow-acting insulin. It is primarily used, I guess, at night, because it is slow in getting your sugars down. I'm not going to drop it drastically while you pass out, but I mean, then again, it all depends on how much you take. So because it's the crazy season of the world, we all know what it is. It's the pandemic. I hope I'm spelling that right. But because of all that's going on, a lot of this had to be done over the phone. I live in Canada, so a lot of things were not necessarily open, including my endocrinologist office. So they gave me, like, a lot of this was done over the phone, getting me on insulin. I have my own monitor, which I've had over pregnancies, and because baby girl is relatively young, I got a new monitor with her. So I have my own monitor, and I've been using my monitor to check on my own before fully getting diagnosed with my pregnancy, and I knew what my readings were. And so when I got the my blood work sent to my endocrinologist, and I got in contact with them, one of the first things they ask is, okay, so what are your readings? Do you have a monitor? And because I had a monitor, it allowed for it to go smoothly, lest I'll just have to go pick one up. So I had one. I was able to check my readings, able to translate that to them. They were able to then indicate exactly how much insulin that they thought I needed. And it was just like trial and error. Overall, it was really good. We always try to increase slowly as opposed to drastically, because you don't want your blood sugar to be dropping super low and stuff like that. So that said, beginning with my night insulin, we started off with a number. I believe it was like 11. Or something like that, and it was really, or 7, and it wasn't really doing the trick, and then we increased it up to 11 and so forth. I'm currently on 31 for night insulin, and what that number means is that I turn this nozzle, which turns it, right now it's on 10. You just keep turning it to get to the number that you want, all the way to 31. What these things look like is they just look like this. They look like little, it's almost like EpiPens. And in order for this to operate, you need to get these needles right here. And what are they called? These are NanoPro needles. These needles are a little different than the one that I used before, but they're needles, they're the same thing. So the needles are just encased in like a little plastic case. What you do, you open it up and take the paper off. Then you screw it onto here. Screw it on, and then you just remove all the caps, and the needles are there. When you've already screwed this on to 31, then you just go ahead, find a soft spot. I don't know, honestly the rules pertaining to where you should inject yourself are so, like, I don't know, they're out there, because I found that I generally do the thighs. That's where I find it the most comfortable. Sometimes it will hurt if you don't want to inject it in the muscle. It hurts. So I try to avoid all of that, but sometimes I still wind up hitting it in a place where I'm like, this is straight up fat, what's happening? And it hurts. So I try not to do that. They've encouraged me to try injecting myself in the tummy. Just have to stay away from, I think, 2 inches either side of your belly button, because you don't want to obviously inject it in the baby or anything. I never go anywhere near that area because it just does not seem right to me. So come daytime, like I said, I got diagnosed to give myself day insulin, I think around 13 or 14 weeks. And so then came NovaRapid in my life. NovaRapid is fast acting insulin, looks like this. And I do love the fact that they're very much color coded, which makes it easy to know which is which, even though the names are on there as well. So NovaRapid is fast acting. You want to take this before you eat. With this, there's not just a fixed number. I'm currently doing the carb count method. So what it is I add carbs and then I divide by 4, or add carbs or divide by 3.5, something along the lines, to help get me that desired number that will help me lower my insulin to exactly where I need it to go. Same process. Right now it's on 0. You just scroll to get to the desired number. You just scroll to get to the desired number that you want. Inject yourself. With this, you typically have to wait about 10 minutes before you eat. You eat because it's fast acting, so it takes that, you know, it starts to act. And so when you start to eat, you want to make sure you eat within that time frame so your blood sugar doesn't just drop. You can't be like, oh, I inject myself with a needle, and then it's like, oh, hubby just came with groceries. Oh, 10 minutes is up. I'm gonna go outside and help get groceries for 10 minutes. You cannot do that. That is danger, danger, danger. You have to eat in the time frame, because your blood sugar will be doing this and you might just find yourself on the ground. So that is what I use. So anyways, I'll just quickly go over the essentials with you, and that's it pretty much. I have night insulin that I use once a night, and then I am now on NovaRapid primarily at dinner. I take it sometimes at lunch depending on what I'm eating. I try to stick with a 45 grams of carbs, but not gonna lie, I go over that quite a bit, and I'm thankful for the carb ratio, because when I'm using that, it still allows for me to just, you know, do the ratio according to the number of carbs that I actually need. And then the only thing that I'm missing that you guys didn't really see so far are these. These are my needles. And these needles, they're called the One Touch needles. They just look like little needles like this. And what they do is they fit right in here. We just take the top off of this. And as you can see, there's already a needle in there. I'm terrible with those needles, because sometimes I will continue to use them and not replace them right away, which I probably shouldn't, because I have a ton of them. And when you do that, they hurt because they're dull. So what you do is you take it out, replace it with the other. And the only thing that I don't have to show you guys is my sharps container, which is just a simple way to dispose your needles. You're not supposed to just chuck them in the garbage, because, you know, just not good for the environment. And when other people are like, even garbage, I don't know how it works and why, but you don't want to just chuck shards in the garbage. Last but not least are the strips. These are the strips that you insert into your monitor, and then when you prick yourself with your needle, you collect the blood on the strip. You see there's a little line. Sorry, this is all like so washed out. That strip gets just inserted in the top of this. And then I first bring my dial to what number I want to inject my, how fast and how hard I want the needle to shoot in. It's at a 7 right now. My case is like the devil. My case, it just does this on all the time. Like, I'll always inject myself at like a 3 or 4. And every time I put this in my case, it just like rotates to like a 7, like it's trying to kill me. So what I do, always have to inspect that. Sometimes I don't, and then I scream, and then I realize why. So you want to check that first. Then when it's on where it needs to be, we pull down and then press the trigger, and it will, you know, you have to hold it up to your finger, of course, and that's how you check it. Then you squeeze the blood onto the thing, your monitor goes off, and it tells you exactly just how high or low your blood sugar is, or normal. And that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to share with you guys this because I think there are some of you guys really who don't quite know how diabetes work. Not everyone goes on insulin. Some people are definitely diet controlled, but it doesn't always work the whole pregnancy, and it doesn't always work for everyone. So I've always gone on insulin. My last pregnancy, I was actually on insulin a lot later, like 35 weeks or something along the lines. So that was pretty darn impressive. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I felt like I had to just wrap it up real quick because I ended up having to take a call. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, until next time, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, as well as like today's video and leave a comment down below, guys. Until next time, much love.